more on our top story. Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane says 9 bodies have been recovered from floods in the province. As the search continues for missing people, mostly learners that were travelling in a minibus taxi. SABC News reporter Fundiswa Mhlekude is in Mthatha and joins us live now for more. Good afternoon. What more have you managed to discover today in terms of the fatalities?
Well, thank you very much, Juliet. Indeed, the Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane has just confirmed that there are 18 bodies. 9 were found yesterday and 9 were found this morning. But as you can see, our live visuals, we have another body which makes it 19 that have been found. But we have just spoken to one of the community members. He is saying that they found 15 bodies. So the government only reports to us what they have only seen with their own eyes, but the community members have their own numbers. So the Premier this afternoon is going to be briefing the media on the number of bodies that have been found, but they expect that it's more than what we have been told, maybe around 30 bodies that have been found, but we are yet to hear more on that as the Premier will be unpacking or addressing the media later today. We spoke to some of the residents who say that it's very difficult to deal with what has happened. Earlier on, we spoke to one of the parents of the learners who were swept away yesterday by the strong currents. Fortunately, she was able to find her child amongst the bodies that were discovered today. And surprisingly, she said that she was happy that she was found, even though she is dead, but she is happy that her child was found because she had already braced herself for the worst news. Juliet.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the search and rescue operation? How big is the area they are searching in?
We have the aerial teams, we also have the aquatic teams, we also saw the canine. I think they used the auspices of a canine unit to find the body that they have just found here, and they are still searching. They started around 8 this morning, but I think most of the bodies, if not all of them that were found in the morning today, were found by community members. We spoke to the Premier about that, about the bodies that have been found, and he said that indeed he concedes, in fact, that the Eastern Cape is facing a lot of challenges in terms of search and rescue teams because the teams had to come from East London, which is very sad because from East London to Mthatha, it takes about 3 hours, which is very difficult for people who need assistance or help urgently to wait for that, because you will also remember that yesterday we had to witness one of the learners being swept away by the strong currents of the river because she had been holding on to a tree for almost 3 hours. So you can imagine people coming from East London to rescue people from Mthatha. That takes 3 hours. Juliet.
How are flood victims being helped at this stage?
The communities are being kept at community halls as well as schools, and the Premier just told us that he will be going there to speak to some of those families. But earlier on we spoke to the MEC of local government, Mr. Zolile Williams, who told us that they've been providing them with food and mattresses as well as blankets so that they can keep warm as the weather is still extreme in this part of the country.
Do you know anything more about those fatalities? Perhaps how many students, have passed? If there were any teachers on board that minibus? Do you have any more information on the number of people and who they were who passed away?
We received information that there were 13 learners in the minibus taxi, 2 drivers, its driver and the co-driver, as well as 2 passengers. And then this morning we found 3 learners. We say learners because they were still in their school uniform. That's all I can confirm at the moment, that the only people that I know and can confirm that are learners are the 3 bodies that we found over the river. But the Premier is giving more information at 2 this afternoon.
Fundiswa, thank you so much for that update. That was our reporter Fundiswa Mhlekude reporting live from the Eastern Cape, confirming yet another body has been found. We will get an update from the Premier Oscar Mabuyane at around 2 o'clock this afternoon.